So today I'm at Pedernales Falls State Park, just outside of Austin, Texas. It's going to be premier hill country hiking. I've been to this park multiple times in the past, but since the reservation system has started, it's been a little tricky to get a spot here. So I'm here on a Friday. Super overcast today, but there is some elevated humidity. If you can't tell, I'm already starting to glisten a little bit. The sun is supposed to come out a little bit later, but there's a hurricane or a tropical storm going to the Louisiana area, and so that's kind of sending a lot of moisture our way. Anyways, I've been here a few times, and today I'm doing the Wolf Mountain Trail. It's about 5.8 miles, and according to the map, should take about 3 hours. It's a moderate trail, and on the map description of this trail, it's still home to the prairie wolf. There is some scenic overlooks on this trail, and there's a pretty cool creek that runs through it. So we'll see if there's any water on the trail. And as far as I remember, pretty decent terrain, nothing too crazy. There are a lot of trails at this park. I'm not going to be able to hit all of them in this video, but we'll see what we can get to, and let's keep hiking. Just walking around so far on the Wolf Mountain Trail, I'm starting to see a lot of the leaves changing here at the park. It's pretty cool to see. For some reason, I typically hike in the summertime and simmer down during the wintertime. But it's cool being here at the park in mid-October and starting to see the leaves change at a park that I traditionally see everything dried out. One thing to note about the Wolf Mountain Trail is there are a ton of little offshoot trails. Some of them are deer tracks, but some of them give you some pretty cool views of the creeks that run through this park, as you can see in this little mini overlook. And there's water here too, because it's a little bit later in the year and we've had some pretty good rain. Some of the creek beds that the trail actually goes over hasn't really shown much water, but some of the little random back creeks have a little bit of water puddling up, so that's gives me high hope that we're going to see some water on the creek, and then hopefully get to the upper and lower falls that are here at Pedernales. So let's cross our fingers. So I just passed the entrance to the primitive camping site, and according to my super scientific mile reader on my watch, it's about 2 miles from the parking lot. So keep that in mind if you're interested in doing the primitive camping. It's a little bit of a hike to get to, but it's a really cool part of the park and right off the Wolf Mountain Trail. So there's some recreation up ahead. I should be hitting a little pit toilet, so you know, it's primitive. You're not gonna get all the fancy schmancy amenities, so So at the pit toilet, you're gonna hit a loop. One way will continue on. I mean, they both loop around for the Wolf Mountain Trail, but one of them is a closer pathway to the Jones Spring. So if you just want to see the water rushing through the hill country, then just go that way. But we're gonna do the entire trail and then as many of the offshoots. So we're about halfway through there, but the pit toilet is a really good spot to take a little bit of a breather and eat your snacks and make sure you're staying hydrated. So let's keep going. All right, fellow trailheads, have y'all been paying attention to how many creeks we pass? No? Four creeks on Wolf Mountain Trail: Regal, Bee, Mescal, and Tobacco. Tobacco being kind of the dinkiest of the four. None of them had water today, really. Mescal had a little bit, but no worries. We're still heading towards the main water that we're gonna look for here on the Wolf Mountain Trail. So one of the things I was worried about seeing the creeks that didn't have any water was that Jones Spring wouldn't have any water, and sure enough, as I was walking up here, I was like, man, I don't hear the rush of water that I normally hear when I'm in this direction, but this was my plan to stop and have a snack, so I'm gonna do that. But you know, that's kind of the beauty about visiting a park multiple times, is it's gonna be different each time. So hopefully next time that you visit this place, or the next time I'm here, you get to see what this little section looks like with water rolling through it. It's a great stop to cool off, or if you have any filtration, maybe get some water here. But no water today, no big deal. Sun's still not out yet, so grateful for that, and of course grateful for just the opportunity and ability to be out at the state park today. So hey, no big deal. I don't know how some of y'all can do videos and eat at the same time. I'm enjoying my RX bar. And these things are so chewy. It's kind of hard to talk. If you watched my Garner video, I was watching it, and there's a section that I had just finished eating this, and I'm trying to do a video, but the whole time I'm just also like dealing with, as I'm doing right now, dealing with all of the food in my mouth. I'm trying to make sure I don't have anything in my teeth, because even though I'm putting myself out there on the video and these recordings, I'm still pretty self-conscious about the whole thing. So thanks for watching, and thanks for not giggling at my face. It's still pretty day. I'm getting a little nervous about the clouds. They're starting to get a little bit darker, but we'll see. Every time I come hiking, I always see like 3 kinds of hikers. Like the super technical hiking, classic khakis and burlap. And then you have someone like me who's all about performance wear, super lightweight and breathable. Today I'm wearing like a fishing hoodie and my running shorts and my Solomon hiking shoes. I decided to do the XA Pro 3D V8s. They just offer more traction. Not as much cushion as the Sense rides, but a lot more grippy, I feel like, on this kind of terrain. And then I have my my Osprey bigger day pack. I usually use my Patagonia day pack, but I wanted to bring a little bit more stuff for today because I wasn't sure what trail I was going to be doing. But so I brought the Osprey and then my camera gear. When I filmed Garner State Park, I just brought this handheld camera, but today I brought the full camera setup. So, but I'm gonna enjoy a little snack here, and then I brought actual food for later in the day. A lot of people hiking too. There were a lot of day use passes stuck to the outside of the headquarters. I'm also getting attacked by horseflies, so if I yelp on camera, you can laugh at me in the comment section. According to the Pedernales map, from prehistoric people to modern times, the clear water of Jones Spring has always attracted visitors to the area. And the spring was named for D.G. and Nanny Jones, who lived in the nearby rock house, which is what we're looking at. That was purchased from T.J. Trammell in about 1885. Not gonna lie, the first time I did the Wolf Mountain Trail, that little intersection messed me up for like 10 minutes because I wanted to do the Wolf Mountain Trail but saw the Wheatley Trail sign, but you don't really know that that trail's right in front of you. And there's a couple different instances at this park that's happened to me. So just know that, just keep walking straight ahead and you'll see the Wolf Mountain Trail. While there aren't many trail blazes or trail markers, actually there aren't any at all, the trail is designated fairly clearly. There won't be any question as to where the trail stops and starts. It's cleared out pretty good, and there's rocks that are on the ground, so you can, like the rocks that I almost tripped on. You should be fine kind of figuring your way around this part of the park. I was starting to get a little nervous because it was starting to drizzle. And as I mentioned earlier, I have 2 day bags that I usually use when I'm hiking. And my smaller one, that's in my car, is the one that has my dry bags that I use if it rains. I can put my gear in there really quickly. Thankfully, it didn't pick up any heavier than a gentle drizzle, but I started picking up the pace a little bit for sure. So while Wolf Mountain is named for the wolves that frequent the area, there is an actual mountain here on paper, I guess, and it's a separate loop within a loop. It's a loop-de-loop, if you will. You just walk around it. There's no access to any summits or anything, but I'm not going to do the full loop within the loop. But per usual, when I hit the loop, I just went left. You can go around if you want. It's not really, you do you, boo-boo. But there's not a whole lot to see from the trail below. There's a lot of trees covering the top of that section. There's actually 2 in this area. There's the Wolf Mountain, and then there's Tobacco Mountain too. So based off of elevation, I guess, but nothing really you can access at this park like, you know, some of the other places in Hill Country or Enchanted or Palo Duro, stuff like that. So just keep that in mind if you see it on the map and you're like, ooh, I want to go to the top. There's not really any options for that. Back of the map says Wolf Mountain is 5.5 miles. The front of the map says Wolf Mountain is 5.84 miles. My watch says it's 7.86 miles. So I don't know. That's the path I went. It's almost 8 miles today. So like I said earlier in the video, that is going the counterclockwise way. So when you get to the pit toilet, you're going to go left and then around. So the terrain isn't really that hardcore. Some gravel, so make sure you have some good grip on the bottom of your shoes because it can get slippery with the rocks. So that's Wolf Mountain Trail. Let's go see other parts of the park. Right now I'm trying to check out the Twin Falls here pretty quickly. There's no parking at the trailhead, so you kind of have to hike in and be quick about it. So I hear the water already, so that's a good sign. Not a long trail, but it is a little bit more woody than some of the other trails at this park. This one definitely has some blazes and trail markers to let you know which way to go.
It's just so easy. I can just snap this one. Yeah. But it just...
while my official hikes are done for the day, with the Wolf Mountain Trail being a little bit close to 8 miles, I am gonna try to get some views of the water just so y'all can see what it looks like if you've never been here before. So I am on the Trammell's Crossing Trail. This will take you down to the water crossing named after him. This is also the way to get to the 5.5 mile loop trail, which is a really fun trail. So let's see, there was water at the Twin Falls, so that was awesome. So let's see if there's water here at the crossing, but just note that it goes downhill pretty hardcore, so just keep that in mind if you do the actual hike. Getting back to the parking lot is not a fun way to end the trail because it's pretty steep and the rocks are kind of slippery, so just a heads up for y'all if you've never been out here before. This is the part of the presentation that I switch shoes because I'm gonna soak my feet in that water. It looks so good right now. And the colors are changing with the time of the year. Man, this is probably my favorite visit to Pedernales that I've ever got to experience. So I hope you're enjoying it. I'm gonna go stick my feet in the water. Thanks for hiking with me today at Pedernales Falls State Park. Oh man, I forgot how bad the hike back up from Trammell's Crossing is.